Alright, so what's up, man? It's Corey, man, CJ, also known as C Payne. I'm just touching in on what my partner Decree was talking about the other day, and that's depression and suicidal thoughts. It's a touchy issue. We're not gonna try to make it too dark. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna touch base on it, see what my thoughts are on it, and what I feel are the best remedies or best things to do, right? So I also have this thing. I'm an overthinker, you know. So I feel like I know the answers. I know what I have to do, right? But something in me, like, I have to see it through. I have to do it and learn. Even though I know the answers to it. So I feel like a lot of times talking to somebody like therapy is useless because I know what it is. I know what I have to do, you know. So it's trying to pinpoint my issues, right, and get it out on you know, not on paper in the sense, but a vlog, right? So let's go, man. Me and myself, my situation with my parents, well, with my mom, it was ugly, man. We're not gonna touch on that, but she had bipolar. She was probably manic, a little schizophrenic at times. She wasn't on medicine, right? So that household kind of did its number on us. Well, my dad didn't really have too many. My dad was good times. Didn't really have any too many thoughts. After my dad passed, man, did those suicidal thoughts kick in. It wasn't even really suicide, man. It was just not really wanting to be alive anymore. But what was the purpose? A lot of people that know me know my situation. I had to move away from all my friends and my support system pretty much after my dad passed and adapt to a new environment. So yeah, definitely, man. I went through it, man. I started realizing that, the fruit doesn't fall too far from the tree when it comes to some of your symptoms and some of the things that you judge your parents on. Me being a father now, I kind of see that, and I kind of have an understanding, or not an understanding, but I see where my, my mom, in some instances, my dad was coming from, and I'm trying to raise me, but. Depression, man. Let's talk about that. It's a messed up thing, man. If you have trauma in your past, that unresolved trauma. I mean, depression can be a killer, man. Depression can keep you in bed for days. Depression can, man. I know. I'd lay in bed 3 days, man. No inspiration to do anything. I wouldn't even get up to eat, man. And I'd weigh myself, lose 20, 25 pounds, like unhealthy shit. Like. I'd eat one meal after not eating for 4 days, and I feel like I just gained it all back, like, just unhealthy. And the background about my family, everybody on my dad's side of the family hasn't lived past 45. My uncle, he's in his 50s now. He just had a stroke. It's not anything to play with, man. You can be on top of it all you want to, and things still happen, but you got to give yourself a fighting chance, man. You got to stay on top of. Stay on top of your mental health just as much as your physical health, man. Because your mental health has a sheer, clear connection to your physical, and I just feel like, my dad always had a saying like, family wouldn't hear from me if everything was all good. The only time family would hear from me is if something, bad happened, and I'm not trying to live like that anymore, man. I have this thing. I keep going back to a poison. I keep drinking from a cup that's poison, just to have something to drink. And I keep running back to things that don't ever. I see what they are, and I just go back for comfort. And I have a big heart, man, and I love hard. But sometimes when you're depressed and you don't have much else, like, you love harder, and it's just a slippery slope, man. You got to do what makes you happy. You got to find a regiment. You got to find a routine and a schedule, man. An organization, and a path on what you want to do. Even each day is so much better than just raw dogging and figuring it out, man. Because if you don't have if you don't stand for something, you're gonna fall for anything, And depression is just a thing, man. And these suicidal tendencies. The only thing that keeps me back is just I couldn't, as much as I don't want to, I couldn't do that to the people and that rely on me and that love me. Even while I'm alive, I kind of tend to, push them away or don't be around the people that love me as much. and I don't do them as right as I should. But I couldn't do that to them. I couldn't do it to my kids, and nobody should, man. Nobody should do that. And I feel like that's just taking the easy way out. So you got to grind in this life, man, and just do what makes you happy. That's that. And stay away from the toxic shit. Don't go, you know, don't go wallow in your self pity. The depression is, you got to get on top of that. If go in, get yourself checked. If you got anything, take the medication they recommend. You know what I'm saying? See if it helps. Stay on that regimen. You know what I mean? Try to make a change, and something. Because if you don't make a change, you're just gonna stay in the same thing, man. And that's insanity. So see you pan out, man. Decree, I appreciate you bringing up this topic to let me discuss, man. Out.